Hi, boys and girls. Good morning. Today we're going to do the last passage that's in our American symbols packet. We've been talking about American symbols like the bald eagle, the Great Seal, the White House. And today, it's not a great copy, but here's the Liberty Bell. It's 3 Symbols of the United States by Susan LaBella. And remember, at any time if I go too fast, just pause the video. The United States of America has some special symbols. A symbol is something that stands for something else. The American flag is a symbol of the United States. Each star stands for one of the 50 states. The stripes stand for the 13 colonies that joined together to start the country hundreds of years ago. The Liberty Bell is a United States symbol. It stands for American freedom. The Liberty Bell hangs in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The White House is a United States symbol. It is the home of the country's president. The White House is in Washington, D.C. Okay. Question number 1. What does the text say about what the stars on the American flag stand for? So you can go back to your text and let's highlight what do the stars stand for. And I found that in paragraph number 2. So what I did is I went back, I highlighted. Each star stands for one of the 50 states. And that was my answer. Each star stands for one of the 50 states. Number 2, the text describes 3 important symbols of the United States of America. What does the word symbol mean as it is used in this text? A stripe on something, something that stands for something else, something you hit on a drum. So when they say United States symbols, 3 symbols, what do you think they mean by that? I think it means B, something that stands for something else. These symbols represent the United States. That's what we have been talking about in this unit. So the flag is standing for the 13 colonies, our 50 states, the Liberty Bell representing freedom, and the White House, the symbol of our country's president. Number 3, the stars on our flag stand for the 50 states that make up America now. The 13 stripes stand for the colonies that joined together to start America hundreds of years ago. What does the author mean when she tells us about the size of America? America is smaller now than it was hundreds of years ago. America is bigger now than it was hundreds of years ago. America is just as big as it was hundreds of years ago. And I'm going to highlight. That's kind of confusing. I'm taking this to mean that the United States of America is bigger now because we have more states that we added to make the United States of America. Initially, they only had the first 13. Now we have 50. So we are bigger. Number 4, what is the text 3 Symbols of the United States mostly about? 3 important symbols of the United States, the White House, or the stars on the American flag? What do you think? What did we really read about? What did we talk about in this passage? I highlighted the 3 symbols that we talked about: the American flag, the Liberty Bell, and the White House. And some of you may have chosen that to do some research on. some of the symbols that we read about today. Or you may have chosen something different. Number 5, explain why the author thinks that the White House is an important symbol. Well, I always like to restate the question. So I'm going to write, she thinks it is important. It is an important symbol because. Now I've restated the question. I need to go back in the passage to find, why did she think that was important? What did she state in her last paragraph? And I'm going to fill that in here with a period. So I want to go back to my passage. I want to look at the bottom. The White House is a United States symbol. It is the home of the country's president. The White House is in Washington, D.C. So why does she state in this passage down here, our last paragraph, that the White House is important? If you said because it's the home of our country's president, you would be correct. She thinks it is an important symbol because it is the home of our president. And I want to end my sentence with a period. Started with an uppercase letter. I restated the question. And there we are. So you can pause if you need help copying this down. And you did a great job on this paper today.